Hello, everybody on YouTube. It's your boy, the Memphis XLR8. Welcome back to Check This Out, the show. We take a look at whatever deck we want to take a look at. Be control deck, rogue deck, casual deck, or meta deck. We have ourselves a good old time with it. Today, everybody, it's another time for us to take a look at the Reactors archetype. One of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's most overlooked archetypes. It's a like 6-card archetype. There's like 5 or 6 cards in it. So it's very old and it's very janky. But we are dead set to try and turbo out the Flying Fortress Skyfire. Old school cool boss monster, and a whole bunch of other stuff in this deck. There's going to be a little bit of machina package, a little bit of super heavy samurais, whole bunch of things that add up to a beautiful picture. So we got ourselves our deck here today. We're showing off the wombos and the combos, the what do's and the what not do's. And we'll have ourselves a good old time going into Skyfire and a whole bunch of other stuff. So of course you want the whole deck list. That'll be at the end as always. For now, we're going to go into Yugioh Pro, that Wild West Yu-Gi-Oh, and show off what this baby can do. So don't forget to hit up all the good buttons below to help the channel out. And for now, enough talking. Let's get right into the action. Alrighty, everybody, it's time for our first opponent. Another day and another card game. Now, I prefer to go first with our deck, but you can also go second with it. It really just depends on the hand that you get into. Opening hand looks pretty interesting. It's a very interesting hand. Let's see what we can do with this. We're going to go ahead and start off with our Super Heavy Samurai motorbike. Helps us to search out Wakaushi, and we'll be all set to go for this little bit of the engine. A lot of different engines to lead to a lot of different things. So we're going to use Wakaushi, and with his ability, I'll be able to set up big ol' Benkei. And this essentially is going to lead us into a level 8 synchro summon. We can go for either of our synchros. Just don't click Wakaushi. I've done that mistake in testing before. Don't do it. It's a bad idea. Well, we're going to go ahead and summon out this Soul Gaia booster. First, we must equip it onto our boy. And now I'm going to give him a little boost. And this will then summon itself out as a monster. Because we got ourselves our Dark Tuner, and we got ourselves a Non-Tuner. Which means it's time to Synchro Summon. Now, let's see. What do I have level-wise? I don't have 2 level 4. I got my gear frame. That gets Unclash Spare, though. Let's see. So many things, man. So many things. Alright. In the spirit of the deck, we shall be going into our boy, the Dark Flat Top. He's our background today. He looks very spiffy. We got our boy. You know, he's a soft once per turn revival of a reactor, so we have ways of abusing it. Just not yet. So for now, what we're going to do, I'm just thinking who I want to pendulum summon. Pendulum summon. Spell reactor. Just realized I could have done a little bit, well, yeah, I'll save Black Salvo. We'll save that boy for later. For now, we're going to go for a Machina gear frame and use his ability. Because when he's summoned, I can search out another Machina monster. And we're going to get Unclaspare. Because when Unclaspare gets searched out, I can just summon the darn thing from my hand and then ditch another Machina into the graveyard. So we'll have a little bit of insurance with Citadel. See, it's a lot of moving parts this deck do. But it all leads up into the reactors, and that's the important thing about it. So let's go ahead and make our Gear Gigant X. Love this dude. It lets me search out my little robots. I really wish he could search out like my motor engine guy, but sadly he don't do that. That he don't do. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and get Trap Reactor Wi-Fi. That way all we need now is Summon Reactor. And my opponent surrenders! I don't know why. Why? Oh wait, this is a Monarch deck, isn't it? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, if he's playing a Monarch deck, I guess that would explain why he didn't. Why? Oh yeah, because I have Spell Reactor. Spell Reactor won a duel. Okay, that won't count towards the final score. But I just want to bring up that against decks that rely on field spells and continuous spells and things of that nature to operate. Spell Reactor already is actually pretty brutal, because he destroys spell cards. And so, like, continuous spells that search out stuff, field spells, he works phenomenally against. So, a victory for Spell Reactor RE. We'll put that one to the side. Let's go ahead for duel number 2. Try to get some actual back and forth, but you get the idea of what we're trying to do. So let's do more of that. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Alrighty, let's go ahead and go first. And what kind of hand do we got going? Certainly an interesting hand. Not a great hand, but we'll see where it goes. We will see where it goes. Let's go ahead and just mark it a deployment for itself, because we only really use this effect once. So it's not a big deal discarding one for the other. We'll see where it's going to go from here. We'll go ahead for our unclass spare. Bring out my boy. And we have Black Salvo waiting in the wing. He's kind of like a reactor. He's like an unofficial reactor monster. But we'll go ahead and get ourselves nice and set up. We don't have any traps or anything. Not that I have I only play the one trap, but you know what I mean. I don't have much to interrupt my opponent, but that's just fine. I don't care. Not a big deal. For now, though, let's see. I'm going to go for my Gear Guy. And one bad thing that does, it's a bit of a contention thing in this deck is that if you go for, like, the machina deployment, you can't really do the super heavy samurai stuff. Not as well, anyway. So, for now, I'm feeling Spell Reactor. He worked so well in the first duel. I might as well give him another shot, you know what I mean? We'll go ahead and bring back our boy Machina Fortress. Have a little bit of something for my opponent. And I'll set calls just in case. And we'll see where it goes. We shall see indeed. So it's all going to depend on what we draw into next. If I drew Waka, well, I'd rather draw Big Benkei at this point. If that did happen, and, Gear Geigen survives, we're in business. So we'll see how it's going to go. I've got a couple Bill Earth Machine Boys. I'm very excited for the new train stuff that just got announced. It's not on EDO Pro just yet. But once it is, I got to do Charmers first. But then I'm going to do trains. Because I like trains. Trains are very straightforward. Beautiful beat stick of an OTK deck. Always like that one. What are we up against? Astraltopia. I don't like Zexaltopias. It just feels like really long-winded and kind of annoying, honestly. So it's just adding yourself an Xyz Automata card. Okay. So my opponent's going to get an next up a turd. One of those things, because Lori, it's long-winded. Hey, Astro Kuribo. How's it going, buddy? Yeah, so it's Zexal Exceeds. He's got to go to Automatic Pick, because that gets up Onomatopia, which is like getting 2 more cards, because why the heck not? It's such a long-winded affair. Such a long-winded affair. So we'll see how this is going to go. This is one weakness of our deck, because I didn't want to just fill this deck with a bunch of negates and things. Because, yeah, that might have made it easier to go up against, like, some of the more combo-heavy decks, but it also would have made for a really boring showing. It'd be just like the same old as every other day. I don't want to do that. Didn't want to do that, so what are you doing? I'm on a Pyra. Huh. That could be helpful here. Possibly, maybe. We'll find out in a hot second. Really depends. I don't remember what all my automatas pick. I really blank out whenever they get. Let's see. Control Zubabo Gaga. This card to the hand. Summon this card. Target a go do the graveyard special summon it. Okay, that might work. Although first he's gonna go for Utopic. What's his face? All right. Go for big old Bonchacoat. Okay. Well, at the very least, I can deny him a monster. May not be the ideal, but it's better than nothing. What is this doing? Ditching a monster for another monster? Or just bring... Oh. I missed my chance. I missed my chance. Well, he got summoned from the hand, too. I guess it's not too big of a deal, but that's not ideal. Would have been more ideal if he just destroyed my dang Machina Citadel, and then I could have got... Blood of Fortress for Citadel. I always get these mixed up. If I could have gotten Citadel on the board, I could have just nuked all his monsters. Problem solved. Problem solved right there. It's really good. Okay, so now what are you going to go for? Sage? No, Dugares. Alright. This could still work. Alright. Draw 2, ditch 1. Uh-huh. And I assume at some point he's going to use his coat to get back his Gaga man. Possibly. Maybe. Silent Honor Arc! Bigger Silent Honor Arc! Alright, well, that complicates matters a little bit. So if I remember correctly, this thing is like immortal or something? Or can like steal my monsters and then beat me up? Let's see. Destroy instead of the graveyard was a material. Summon this card from the grave. Okay, this actually could help. Hold on. Yeah, so... Yeah. Okay. This could work. Unless I'm just mistaken, this ought to work. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. He's going to beat over my Gear Gigan X. We're going to bring back Machina Citadel. But Chumba. And that's right, I got Machina Citadel. Says, when I destroy this thing, I can use Call By to just stop it. Well, that'll be good for us. And I can also summon Spell Reactor. I mean, want the other reactors too. Like, I love that we have Spell Reactor. He's kind of objectively, next to Summon Reactor, he's like the best of the reactors. Technically speaking. Let's see. Yes. We're just gonna do this now. That way I can get my stuff back. Alright, so you're gonna activate that? Nope. No Silent Honor Dark for you, young man. And also your spells are negated, and that's permanent too. Ooh, oh yeah, baby. That's good. Okay, so what do we have in the graveyard? Right now, let me think about this. Alright. I wish I had my pendulum scales right now. That would have been so good. Alright, here's what we're tentatively going to do. I'm going to summon Black Salvo. Okay, we've summoned the Spell Reactor. Love that guy, but let's do something different here. I'm going to summon out Unclest Spare. And we're going to make the new guy, Infernal Strike Fighter, who's kind of the impetus of making... I saw this and I was like, oh, they're making reactor support. No, they're not. Not yet, anyway. But we'll attack with our Infernal Strike Fighter. Deal some nice damage. And let me think. You load levels times... So I can do 1,400 more damage and then revive a small machine. If I wanted to. And I do see some reason to do this. Why not? I just want to see this work. So we'll do the 1,400 damage. Infernal Strike Fighter will revive our Machina gear frame. Abba Chumba. Put him in defensive mode. And I'll just have my turn there. We'll see where this goes from there. Alrighty. And he can't draw this turn because he used Duels. That's a big one. He can't do any other cert. He can't do draw on this turn. Or at least he can't. He doesn't get like a draw phase. So that's cool. That'll work. Oh, balls, now what? Glorious Numericals. Target number exceed. Bring it back and draw. Of course. Of course. Alright. So you got your Silent Honor back. It's the silliest looking boat I've ever seen in my life. Doesn't even look like a proper boat. Alright, so what else does this do? Banish a card from the grave. Target a number exceed. You control attach a card from your hand to his material. Only use each effect once per turn. So he can still do that. So what he's probably going to do... He's trying to bait out Citadel, but that won't help him too much. Not especially. It really just depends on what he... Oh, bro. Bro. I'm bringing this thing back. Because then he can summon out... If he has like any of the Zuba-Boo-Boos in the hand, he can just summon them all out. That's not necessarily good. But at least this doesn't seem to be like typical Utopias. It seems to be more like Honor Dark. But then again, this could be just like a side tech. Who's to say? Got a lot of extra deck here to go through. We'll see. Because he knows I have Citadel. He knows I have that. He knows I has it. But he don't know what I'm going to use it. And that's for certain. Yep. Alright. Come on, man. Make a decision. I know what I'm going to do. Win. That's the hope, anyway. But one thing I can do... There's a few things I can do here. I can use Gear Frame and attack into... Oh, do draw. Sacrifice your brother to draw more cards, you monster. Okay. Alright. Drawing a few more cards. Set. Okay, that could be Number Wall. Or not Number Wall. What's the card called again? Oh, actually, I think it is called Number Wall. There's like a counter trap that numbers have that can negate stuff. Astral Zopia. Ditching a card. Being automatic. Oh, you can ditch a card from the field, too. Yeah. Okay, there's number... That's the card I was thinking about. Numbers Protection. That's what it's called. Okie doke. See, if he's smart about this, we'll see how smart he is. What is this giant hand? Monster effect activated opponent's field. Detach materials. Try to target effect. Well, let me think about that. I don't think I want to do that, actually. Because he's going to use that... What you call it? He's going to use that spell to put a material on arc. Yeah, definitely not a good idea. Alright, check this out. Motor Kaiser. I get a free normal summon. Yeah. All I have to do is reveal my boy and summon out Spell Reactor. Well, I wish it was Trap Reactor right now, but that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there is it. Alright. So, I guess it really just depends on what his face downs are, doesn't it? I suppose I'll summon out my Machina Fortress and see where this goes. Yeah, that's right. Your number of protection don't stop me from punching your monster in the face. It only works if you have, a number monster. Alright. Battle the phase. Let's attack Monarch? Yeah, attack Monarch. He's the more troublesome of the pair right now. Oh wait. I activate spell reactor. I react to your spells. What say ye to that? Really? You're wasting imperm on this? You doopy doop. You doopy doop. Alright. Well, interesting choices, sir. So. Hmm. Let me think about this, because I know. Oh, this is the curse of knowledge that Thanos was talking about, because I know he has this thing. That's go from your hand. Oh, it's from your hand. Duh. I'm being dumb. I guess I'll activate Monster Reborn and attempt to force things out. Because why the balls not? Let's attempt to force him out of. Dang it! I played in the imperm column, but my opponent's just as dumb as I am! Ha 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 ha! We're both dumb! Yes! I played in the imperm and he still negated me. Ah! Oh, goodness. Oh my god. Why? Why would you do that? That's so silly. Okay. Okay, so we'll see where it goes from now. Now I don't know what's going to happen. Okay. Overlay network. Something monster the same level, but you don't have any levels. Target exceed you control, add a card attached to it interior to the hand. Ah, so you could, like, get back a material off the giant hand and then use Automata Boo Boo to summon that monster. Okay, cool. I'll give you credit for that one. That would be cool. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see it. You're doing something. He's up to something. I don't know what it is, but he's up to something. I mean, this seems to be, like I said, this is a different sort of utopic deck, because he's going for, like, 101 and 106. He's probably got, like, Chaos 106 in here somewhere. So, he doesn't seem to have any utopias, or at the very least he doesn't want to go into them for some reason. Alright, so overlay, oh wait, no, now just target that. I guess he does need to have two materials on big old hand to make its effect work. That's true. Das true. Das very true. But true indeed. Alright, so now the coat man is back. This guy looks very silly. I can't even tell, like, he just looks silly to me. I don't know why. Alright, so you got big old hand to stop my board effects. My monster's still bigger than yours, so I don't know why you're going to the battle phase. But we're just having a silly back and forth at this point. Bagoosk! I should have known. I should have known it was Bagooska. Alright, what do we have here? Waka Ushi, an interesting choice. I guess I'll set up a pendulum scale for later. Not that I can do much else with it at the moment. Let's see. Yep. Nothing to do. Alright. My opponent, your turn it is now. Alright, so Bagoosk will stall for time. To be fair, I also run a Bagooska for the event that I need the darn thing. So we'll see, because here's the thing. If he beats over Machina Fortress can then destroy one of my opponent's cards. Plus Citadel's going to come back. So it's like, this ain't near over. This is going to be a long second duel. Let me tell you, it's going to be a long one. But I like it. I like it when we have a nice back and forth. And I just want to see everything my opponent can do and everything I can do. And that's what I want to see. Alright. I'm waiting on bated breath for what you're planning to do, Mr. Meta Cringe Man. Which, it's very funny he's calling himself Meta Cringe, and this is clearly not a meta deck. This is just a silly old rank 4 toolbox deck with some decidedly more modern things in it. So yeah, Bagooska is going to be in attack. Yeah. Now, the one thing is I can't beat over Bagooska. Ah, the dwarf. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. It's just there. I mean, he could have used Overlay Network to get back a thing, but chose openly not to do so. Alright, so Machina Fortress will be destroyed. I will destroy Big Ol' Hand. And then that will also trigger the effect of Machina Citadel to revivify itself. So I can nuke everything else. That way I deny my opponent stuff. Oh, wait, yeah, this, that does come back. But it banishes afterward. Okay, there you go. He's got numbers protection. That's for certain. And yeah, I can punch Baguska in the face. But that's all I can do. But he's going to go for double A Zeus, which is actually fine by me. This is a tricky one, because if I activate Citadel's effect... Well, that would be more beneficial to me in the end game, wouldn't it be? Because he'll have to get rid of his whole board, and that includes his trap card. So long as I can somehow get Citadel back, we're all good. Okay. Cybersaurus, aren't you an Earth monster? You are. I mean, I'm willing to give this a shot. I don't remember if this actually works, but I'm going to do it. I summon Cybersaurus! Ugh. He's big and tough. I'll end my turn destroying him, bringing back Citadel. I love that this deck's working. It's also the fact that we're working even though we don't have, like, half as many reactors on the board as I'd like. I would love there to be some more of them on the field right now. We know it's doable. It's doable as all get. If I could get Dark Flat Tap out somehow, that would be great. That would be fantastical and amazing. As it stands, I think we're getting close to an end game here. Yeah, because he's going to attack with Sky Thunder. Might as well force the battle phase. Yeah, might as well get him to get in the battle phase and do all that stuff. But no one destroys my monster but me. Alrighty, so now it's a top deck game. We can work with that. I can doubly work with that, potentially. Depends on what my opponent draws into. No. I'm not one to just willy-nilly throw out the dude. Not just yet. I'd rather save this in case I need it. Okay, what do we got? Fake Explosion. Good for late. Oh, man. Is this actually going to be a top deck game? Possibly, maybe. I mean, it all depends. I mean, he's used up a good chunk of the extra deck, but not all of it. He still has plenty of stuff. Ooh. Now, there's a couple ways we can interpret my opponent. Either he's bricking really hard, or he's trying to overwhelm me once he gets his whole hand back, which I guess he's just being patient because, you know, obviously I'm not putting a lot of damage on the board. I could. I'm just choosing openly not to. But next turn will be very different. Because now I've got Wakaushi, and although Full Roast is not a dark, which would have been better, I can still make a synchro with that. I can still make Beals and hit my opponent pretty hard. So we'll see how that's gonna go. Let's see here. Yeah, 5. Looking at numbers and stuff, ironically enough. Is this a 20-turn duel? Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to cut a lot of this out, aren't I? I might have to cut this duel up just to have this go through. My dude, I'm starting to think you actually did brick. How did you draw 5 cards in brick? Explain that to me. No, I'm good. My brother, how? How do you do that? I don't know. Alright. Normal summon, Wakushi. That's right, it's time for me to go on the offensive. So I shall tune my flute boy with jellyfish in order to summon a giant F-off dragon. Oh, and then Wakushi will go back into the pendulum zone, which is a really neat thing about him. That's why we play him. Not just for an engine, but also just, you know, sets up pendulum skills. It's pretty useful. Pretty useful. So that will be, unless my opponent's got something else they can do, the game. And I shall win this duel with my boy Einroyd. Possibly. We'll see. We'll see. Need to see what this face down is. If he had something, he would have played it by now, right? Oh my lord, did Einroyd actually win a game? GG, sir. GG indeed. Alrighty, well, that's a long hour's first duel, but we got time for more duels today. This is going to be a long episode, folks, but let's go over duel number 2. That was duel number 2. That's right, the first duel wasn't much. Yeah, let's go into the next duel and keep it going. Alrighty, everybody, it's time for duel number 3, technically. The fighting third, as we like to call it. It's technically the third duel, although it's kind of the second duel. Either way. Either way, let's get into the duel. We don't get to pick, but that's okay, because I actually drew Furos, so that's cool. That's neat. Depending on what this is, that could be good or bad. And we also have Motorbike. Okay. We have good stuff for our opening hand. That's all I want to say, is I got some nice stuff. A lot of starters for things. I mean, if Full Roast goes off, I'll at least get a draw or two. That'd be good. I could definitely go for a draw or two. What is this? Neos Fusion. Alright. I meet your Neos Fusion with a jellyfish monster. Alright, so this is some sort of Neos Asians. That could mean a lot of things. Probably means something dumb, but we'll find out in a minute. Hey, I could be wrong. Could be very wrong. The number guy was doing some cool stuff, so I'm confident that this guy is gonna summon out like what's another few? Air Neos. Air Neos Turbo. He's going first, but he's going for Air Neos Turbo. Absolutely 100%. Alright. So what are you gonna make? I knew it. No, it's actually Brave Neos. Another fake explosion is not ideal for me, but we'll see. Alright, so what did you... Yeah, Shadow Mist, blah, blah, blah. So this is straight up like heroes and stuff. With whatever the ball's at. What is this? Miracle Ejector. Send Neospatian, summon this card from the hand. This card summoned. Add a card that mentions Elemental Heroes. Yeah, because Elemental Heroes needed a special summonable dude that just searches, like, any spell you want. Obviously. Cool. Alright. I mean, there's a potential this could still be something interesting. I kind of doubt it, but we'll find out in a hot minute. Well, I guess not, because my opponent played, like, one card and then that's it. Okay, cool. Ooh. I say, ooh, that works for me. Let's go for our motorbike. Good old motorbike. Get me Wakushi. Alright, so how does this thing work again? Destroy some monster by battle, add a card. Okay, so I don't want to be destroyed by battle with that guy. If I can help it. Alright, well, let's go for Wakaushi. Do the usual shebang. So that'll let me get started. I also have machina deployment. I got instant fusion. There's a lot of cool stuff and things. The only thing I don't have in my hand is like an actual reactor monster. So that's the thing with the reactor deck. It's like, you know, you got to balance the reactors so that you see them often enough to have them like part of your strategy, but not so often that like your hand is nothing but 3 copies of Trap Reactor Wi-Fi, for example. Not to say you can't make something like that kind of work. Like if you played a slower deck with like a lot of traps and things, which is another version of this deck I was considering, then you could do that conceivably. I just didn't end up doing that. Let's see. Well, since there's no reactors about, I suppose Beals is a better option right now. So we'll go for Beals. Can't be beaten in battle and stuff, so that ought to help against a brave boy here. Alright, we'll go for our boys, and let's activate our Machina deployment. I'm sorry, Fake Explosion. I already have another one of you. I'm sorry. I have no choice. Alright, so let's get our 2 Machina boys. Gear Frame, Unclass Spare, and we'll go ahead for Unclass Spare. I should mention, I do have Monster Reborn. Very, well, that's it on the card. We have the Quick Play Monster Reborn. Just a nice little thing if I just need a body on the board. Just in case I need a body on the board, I've got a body on the board. I'm about to put a few bodies on this guy's board in a second, to like go into the battle phase. Alright, so let's go ahead and get Citadel. Get that all set up. Let's see, I have Pendulum... Oh, I haven't Pendulum summoned yet. That's true. That's true. Thinking of snarky things we can do. We have summoned Spell Reactor. That's true. Let's get Trap Reactor. I like the sound of that. Oh, wait. That's later. Never mind. I was like, did I mess up? No, not yet. Haven't messed up just yet. But I will Pendulum Summon Trap Reactor Wi-Fi. That's right. My boy's gonna be your internet modem today. So I'll summon out yet another big old machine, and hey, there's a reactor on the board. That means it counts. So let's go ahead into the battle phase. Alright, Beals, in the off chance he has Honest Neos, you attack first. Very good. Oh yeah, he can protect it with Neos Fusion. I completely forgot about that part. Doesn't matter too much. Hold on, let me think. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I could crash into Brave Neos and blow it up. But that's... I don't know about that. That doesn't sound like a good idea to me for some reason. It just don't sound like a good idea. Alright, we'll do lots of damage. Good. Something's gonna... Oh yeah, this is gonna do something. Target card your opponent's graveyard and banish it. No! Wait. I've got Monster Born Reborn. I'm fine. I'm fine. Or not. Apparently, I'm not allowed to do that. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That's unfortunate, but not the end of the world. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Mocking the Citadel. He's a cool dude. But I can live without him, hopefully. Maybe. Possibly. We'll find out. We'll find out. I mean, he's got Brave Neos. It is rather big. Let's see. Shuffle back a dude. Summon another elemental hero or a Spacian. Getting rid of... Okay. He must be going for something big if he's getting rid of his Brave Neo. Oh, Spirit, of course. Of course. Dang it, I should have gone for Spell. I should have gone for Spell Reactor. He's the cool one. I'm sorry, Wi-Fi. You're cool too. You're on the sleeves for a good reason. But at the same time, people play more spells than they play traps. But don't get me wrong, if I was up against like Labyrinths or something, Trap Reactor Wi-Fi would be large and in charge. But he don't. Let's see. Yeah. Alright. Spirit of Neos, doing your thing. I really wish I had summoned a reactor set up already. That would have been so huge. Because Fake Explosion protects my monsters from being destroyed. And I can summon a reactor from my hand. Or the graveyard, for that matter. It's really nice. Surprisingly so for such an old archetype having such a cool trap card in their lineup. I just don't have summon a reactor at the moment. That's the bad part. That's the bad part. So, what is this doing? Let's see. Summon a Neospatian, high level hero. If you do, add Poly. I knew it! I knew it was Air Neos Turbo. Y'all doubted me. You doubted me. Well, guess what? You was wrong to do so. Completely, utterly, inescapably wrongo dongo. Alright, so yes, this is exactly what he's doing. I knew it. It's a good thing I emptied most of my hand. Otherwise, this could be problematic. Now, granted, I don't remember what Air Neos actually does, but I knew he was going to be in this duel. So, if you're still here, you got to subscribe now. Very important, because I do have psychic powers. What does this do? While your life points are lower than your opponent's card, gains attack with the difference. Ah. He's not that big. If he had even less life points, that would be a problematic thing, but he don't! Alright, let's see here. We'll see where this is going to go. Oh, balls in the walls. This could be game right here. Yeah. Send a monster, shuffle a monster bone controls into the deck. Well. Poopy. That's... Okay, I'm not dead yet. For the record, I'm not dead yet. You think I'm dead? Not yet. Who do I want to actually bring back? I guess Uncle Spare. I guess. I don't think it matters too much, but I'm gonna summon Uncle Spare back. Yeah, what do you think of them? What do you think of them apples? Let's see. Yeah, this guy just stays around here forever. He does. That is the troublesome bit. He just lives forever. I do have outs to it, but not a lot of them. Especially now that, well, Citadel's gone. Fortress can get rid of it, but he already has the fusion. Oh, man, I might be just dead. Might just be dead no matter what I do. Alright, touche, Mr. Air Neos Turbo Man. You know, maybe you took to turn 3 to summon out Air Neos, but you did turbo it out, and I can respect that, because I'm trying to turbo out Flying Fortress Skyfire still. So, let me think about this. If I could top deck Motor Kaiser or summon a reactor, I can do something here. That's not either of those cards. That's not either of the cards I wanted. Let me think about this. I can make Beal. No, I can't make Beals again. My level 5 tuner is a monster. That I can't do. I can't do it. I can't do it, Captain. Guess the only option is to set a monster and hope for the best. I mean, what are the odds that... Oh, yeah, this is gonna... Wait. Yeah, now his Air Neos goes away. Okay. There's a slimmest of chance. If I can just get a level 5 on the board, I can still live. Somehow. As I retract my chair, I can survive this duel. Alright, what does this do? Oh, right. Fuse. Oh, it's got my Brave Neos again. Yeah, they did. Yes, indeed, sir. He did do that. So he's probably, yeah, he's going to attack with it because he's not going to get rid of his monster. He just made the darn thing. All right. Unfortunately, that gets him anything that mentions Neos specifically of the spell trap variety, which, a lot of things that mention Neos. Could be any of his Neospatian cards. It could be favorite contact, which is what I was worried about it being. All right. Our only hope is a level. Am I dead? I don't think I'm dead. That's a once per turn effect. I'm not dead yet, right? Yeah. I'll have like 1,000. Wait. Oops. It only works on Brave Dia because Rainbow Neos isn't an elemental hero. Oh, I got saved there. Oh Lord, if that had gone through, I wouldn't be able to play instant fusion. All right, all right. It ain't over till it's Jover, which it now officially is because there's nothing else I can really do. Because even if I got back that dude, the bro, it doesn't matter. I'm just kind of dead. So unfortunately, we've lost this second duel, I guess. Regrettably, I could get Machina Fortress. It just doesn't matter too much because, like, I can summon out everybody, which is cool and all, but it doesn't do me much good. So at the very least, I will battle into somebody to try and get rid of them. But yeah, that doesn't matter. So we'll go ahead for one more duel, folks, and we're gonna try and pick up. We still have a chance for one last bit of romance, and at least I got rid of Rainbow Neos. Alrighty, everybody, it's time for the final duel of the day, the last chance at romance. We're gonna go into it. Can we summon out Skyfire? Hopefully, that would be nice. I mean, as long as the cards go in our favor, hey, it's always possible. So we're up against a Raidraptor deck. All right, go Fulbros. I don't. I have no out to the big rank 13. I got nothings. I got a whole heckin' lot of nothings to do that, so we'll see. I mean, he's gonna summon out the extra deck a lot, so conceivably, I can at least get Skyfire on the board. Maybe it all depends on what we draw into. Like I need my Prodigy. I already have Big Ben K, so that's not ideal, but it's what it is. I don't think this decks. Um, Screw it. I'm gonna activate them both. It keeps asking me stuff, so I'm gonna do that. So yeah, we'll see how again. Unless he doesn't go for big 13 for some odd reason. Yeah, that's the only chance we have is if he doesn't do that. If he goes to big 13, there's really nothing I can do about. Actually, there's not much I can do about like most of his big bosses. They're all unaffected by stuff. We're just gonna have to wait and see. I do get to draw twice every turn that he summons out someone from the extra deck, though. Granted, I'll have to. What was it? I have to randomly shuffle cards back if I have more cards in my hand than he has on the board. So it's really going to be all up to chance. So let's go ahead and skip ahead a little bit until this dude's done, because we're just going to be sitting here drawing cards. Let's see what the future brings us. All right, so we've reached the end, and it looks like it's time to shuffle back a bunch of stuff. All right, what did we actually lose? Let's see. Well, we got to keep Trap Reactor. We got Summon Reactor still. We didn't get to keep... Well, we didn't get to keep everything we would have wanted. I was really hoping to keep Spell Reactor. We'll see. We shall see. Come back, whooshie! I mean, we're dead. We are dead, but dang it, I will not give up until I have had a chance to go for all the good stuff. Gosh darn it, I do declare. This and that. Big Ben K. Alright, so let's see. We have Uncliffe Spare. We have Black Salvo. Remind me how that trap of his works. I'm pretty sure that just negates monster effects, right? Yeah, that would just negate me anyway. But regardless, I'm gonna keep trudging on, dang it. I'm gonna keep trudging on. Alright. Special summon as much as humanly possible. Alright, summon reactor. Trap reactor. Unclaspare. Unclaspare. That gets me that. And I think I just summoned these guys. Trap reactor. Unclaspare. Unclaspare. Summon reactor. And then we'll use one of these, I guess. I mean, he might negate this. I have no idea what he's going to do at this point. I hope he sees I'm playing reactors and won't wipe me out right this second. We'll see. I don't remember what the big chicken does when it's summoned. That might just end the duel. I have no idea. Wait a minute. Activate Monster Reborn. Give me your Raider guy. Okay, well that baited that out. But you forget, I blow up trap cards! Ha 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 ha! What do you say to that one, Jimmy? I'm dead. Obviously, I'm dead. I'm just like, I'm laughing because, dang it, the reactors are doing something against Raidraptors. Not much. Nothing anymore. Because, gosh darn it, this game's... Okay. I'm assuming triple tactical talents doesn't work on anything of my opponents. Does it? I don't actually know how this works. I'm assuming not. Nah, that doesn't work. Alright, normal summon, Black Salvo. I might go down, but I'm bringing you with me. Not really. I mean, if I had more... If he had more stuff that was affected by stuff, yes, I could actually win the duel still. Because I can go into my Infernal Boy, which I'm still going to try to do. I'm sorry, Skyfire. I tried really hard. If it wasn't for this stupid chicken, that was the hand. That was the... I was going to go into Gear Gigant, get Spell Reactor, normal summon it. It was there. It was there, but my opponent was Mr. No Fun Allowed, which, unfortunately, is becoming more and more the norm of this damn game nowadays. Alright, well, regardless, Infernal Strike Fighter. Punch this bird in the face. Or don't. I don't know what this is going to turn... This is going to become, Antelian Dragon, I assume? I'm going to assume this is Antelian Dragon or something of the like. Or this guy, Air Raider. What does this do? No! He's destroying my Strike Fighter. And I lose. Gosh! Ah! I'm mad because we were so close! But people these days don't understand what fun is anymore. This takes no skill. This... You know how much effort it takes to summon Skyfire compared to this? A lot more. Alright, well, regardless, let's go for the end screen. We'll talk more about the deck today. Oh, Skyfire. We still wait for the day that you get actual support. Which, maybe someday you will. Sadly, it wasn't today. I was hoping for it, but unfortunately, it's just not the case. But regardless, I had a fun time giving it another shot with the reactors. I feel like with the game changing the way it is, we're eventually going to have to go the dark route. Like the really dark route. Play lots of negates and stuff to keep the guys on the board, but that'll be another day. That'll be the next time, I suppose. But for now, I enjoyed playing the reactor deck. We had some cool combos and wombos in this deck, and gosh darn it, when it all turns out the way we like it, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, but unfortunately, we didn't get out Skyfire. We got bits and pieces of everybody. And I almost burned with SK, which would have been hilarious, but my opponents just don't want to play too much. Except that number guy. He was cool. That was a cool dude. He was a very cool dude. So, good on that. We got at least one good duelist today. So, thank you very much, everybody, for watching today's episode. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit up the good like button, and then consider subscribing to help the channel out. Still trying to get that last 30 to get to 1,000 subs. Dang it, I don't want to have to resort to a bunch of shorts and junk to do it. So, good on us today. Hope you very much enjoyed it. Here's the deck list for anyone who wants to try out this deck. And give reactors a shot yourselves. So, for the main deck, we're playing one copy of Citadel, one copy of Skyfire, one copy of Big Ol' Benkei, one Machina Fortress, 3 copies of Motor Kaiser, 3 copies of Summon Reactor SK, 2 copies of Unclaspare, and 1 copy of Gear Frame, 3 copies of Prodigy Wakaushi, 2 copies of Trap Reactor Wi-Fi, 2 copies of Volchami Furos, 1 copy of Mixeroid, 1 copy of Soul Gaia Booster, 2 copies of Spell Reactor, 1 Black Salvo, 3 copies of Motorbike, 1 copy of Einroid. We have an Instant Fusion, triple Tactical Talents, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Monster Reborn, triple Machina Deployment, Called by the Grave, and a couple copies of Spell Card Monster Reborn, with 3 copies of Fake Explosion as our cheeky tech. For our extra deck, we have things like Clockwork Knight, because you can use this in conjunction with Dark Flat Top to activate Dark Flat Top twice. It's very cool. Neat setup, but it's very cool. We have things like Cleafort Genius to go with our Pendulums. We have Boral Code for another big link, mostly is the reason I have this thing, but it's cool though too. We have our things like Baguska. We have Gear Gigan X. We have the Cyber Dragon package, because we got a bunch of level 5, so, you know, it can happen. We have our Clearwing Synchro Dragon. We have Infernal Strike Fighter, which can potentially OTK your opponent, depending on how many monsters are on the board, and how much negations happen. We have our Dark Flat Top, of course, our main Synchro for reviving our reactors, and Skyfire if we ever summon the darn thing. We have our Beals the Diabolic as our backup Synchro monster. We have Arms of the Gen X Return 0 as just a big old honking machine. We also have Chaos Angel, which, yeah, I mean, I can summon the darn thing. It's not often, but it's another one of those cheeky tech cards. Play it or don't. We also have things like Cybersaurus, which is like a really old school tech card for machines in general, and just a nice level 5 for Cyber Dragon or what have you. And lastly, we have Sea Monster of Theseus if we need an emergency level 5, an emergency tuner, things of that nature. For the side deck, you have things like Therian Regulus if you want to add negations in here. There's nothing, I guess, wrong with that. You have ourselves another Big Bang Cave. If you find you're drawing this too often, consider throwing in an extra so that you don't have to run into a problem. You have things like Cyber Dragon to go with your machines against another level 5. The Rose Dragon package can be very useful as well in this deck, because you use your Red Dragon as secret material. You get out Rose Croy's Dragon, which gets you Basil Root Shoot, which can revive your Red Rose Dragon. That's pretty neat and cool and all, but because of Unclaspair and other things that stop you from summoning except for machines, it's a bit of a tricky one there. There's also more Black Salva if you find you need it. Barbaroid is like the cheekiest of all tech cards. You can run in here with Mixeroid. It's like an endgame emergency boss monster if you get like 12 machines in the graveyard. So, you know, if you want to give it a shot, it's even harder to summon in this deck than Skyfire. So there you go. There's other Synchros, of course, level 7s, level 6s, things of that nature. If you want Einroid to be more consistent, 1-for-1's never a problem. We got Supply Squad if your cards keep them getting destroyed by stuff. Or if you want to run Torrential Tribute, which is another option in this deck, you can run a Supply Squad in order to draw stuff. You also have things like Heavy Metal Raiders, because we're playing a bunch of Dark Machines. This will probably be the focus of the next version of this deck, honestly. But it does protect your machines from being destroyed once per turn by battle, gives them some attack points, and if they do get destroyed, you can summon new Dark Machines from the hand. So, pretty neat in of itself. Totally different build, but that is something as well. And lastly, if you finally just want to get rid of your opponent's board, Storming Beer Force. There's never a problem. So that is the deck, everybody. Hope you very much enjoyed it. This will be your boy Memphis signing out. Next time, we're taking a look at those Charmers, because I still got to look at the Charmer deck. I just got to get up my old version and fix it up. So, see you guys next time with that. Until then, your boy Memphis signing out. Y'all have a good one.